Alright, I am ready to start recipe number 1, which is cinnamon bread. I'm going to put all of my ingredients out. Okay, and since I'm thinking ahead, it says to put the water in a mixing bowl and then put the sugar and yeast and let it sit for 5 minutes. So I'm going to do that first, and then I'm going to take that 5 minutes to take it out the rest of my ingredients and supplies for the recipe. So I've never used yeast before. This recipe just said that it needed yeast, and so I wasn't sure if it's supposed to be the active kind or the rapid rise. Kind of just looked through the comments and it said that you could use either, so I'm going to use the rapid for this recipe. As I was looking through this recipe, I came to kind of a little bump because it says that I can use a mixer with a bread hook. I did not know what like a bread hook really looked like, so I googled it and I actually realized that we actually have these bread hooks. And then I don't have to hand knead the bread. I can just do it much quicker with the mixer and the dough hooks. Pretty much like dough now. I'm going to get my stand mixer out. Okay, so we're having a slight issue. The dough keeps climbing up the dough hooks and it's like spraying dough everywhere. I'm gonna look up a video on the internet of actually if I'm doing this right. Okay, well I watched the video and apparently you're supposed to keep it on low speed, which I was doing. The lady that I watched, she just had the dough hooks in the bread dough just slightly. So like she didn't just stick them all the way in, she just kind of left it like this far. I'm gonna try that and see if I have any more luck. Okay, no, that was not any more luck. Stop laughing. Well, I'm just gonna keep going and hope for the best. Oh, this is not okay. I'm gonna try this one more time. And I looked up on the internet, it said that if this is happening, you add a little more flour, speed up the hand mixer, which should force it down, and coat the top part of the dough with vegetable oil. So I'm gonna try that. That was actually really successful, but I feel like I'm not getting the bottom of the dough kneaded very well. And I'm just gonna do the same thing except more on the bottom. It looks like dough. I'm just gonna kind of rip the rest of this dough off of the hooks. Looks like this. So it's kind of a ball. It's kind of stuck off the sides of the bowl, which is what it's supposed to do according to the video that I watched. The next step, let it rise until it doubled in size for about an hour. So it's been an hour and my dough has risen a lot, and now I'm supposed to divide it in half and roll out 2 loaves. I have both of my loaves rolled out. I'm going to sprinkle the powdered sugar and cinnamon generously on top of both of these. Now that I've got my 2 loaves all rolled up, I'm going to place them into these pans. Here we are. And I'm going to let them rise. I'm going to put it in the oven at 350 for 30 minutes. And then it should be good to go. The bread is done. I'm going to take it out of the oven and I'll show you what it looks like. Alright, so these are my breads. Overall, I think they look good. I'm excited to try them.